Welcome back to another episode of No Holds Barred, the video game talk show where we spit the truth about everything video game related. My name is Bubbles, if you don't know all that already. I've got a coffee with 2 marshmallows in it. And please welcome my guest once again this week, the man who I believe if he was in the Star Wars universe, he would be Jar Jar Binks' brother. Please welcome Jacob.
Hi, hello everyone, how are ya?
And yes, I do believe you would be Jar Jar Binks' brother.
Jar Jar Binks' brother? No. No, I would shoot Jar Jar in the face if I was his brother. And
Everyone loves Jar Jar.
Fuck Jar Jar. Worthless piece of shit.
I probably offended like 3/4 of Star Wars fans.
Oh no, like 9/10 of Star Wars fans completely fucking agree with you. Jar Jar Binks was fucking horrible.
Yeah. I never really liked
and for those people at home that are wondering why I'm not looking at the screen at the moment, I'm actually playing a game while we're doing all this, so bear with me if I start going apeshit over the fact that I've just gotten shot.
He doesn't have Tourette's syndrome. He's just playing World of Warships.
Fuck, shit, can't.
Exactly.
Not yet. It will happen one day, though.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm choking on my coffee.
Choke.
This week I've decided just to have a nice sort of relaxing episode of No Holds Barred. The first week I was kind of a bit angry. That's where it first originated from, doing the PC gamers versus consoles. Last week we done our E3 special, which went for an hour and a half, which I'm so glad you guys are watching it, which I'm actually really surprised about. So this week we've just kind of toned it down a little bit, and we're going to be discussing just things that, well, kind of sprung to mind. And the first one, and Jacob kind of tagged me into a video on Facebook which kind of spurred this topic on, which is our opinions of mods, any mods, doesn't matter what it is, in video games.
Oh, there are some good and there are some bad. You can't discern the fact that there are some mods that just make you laugh and you have a lot of fun, like, for instance, not Game of Thrones, what is it, Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto has heaps of mods, and some of them are real fun. But then again, you get some mods out there which you just look at and you think to yourself, why the fuck did you decidedly download this and put it on, you know?
There was the video that Jacob tagged me in was a Skyrim video, and a lot of people know this mod. It's the Thomas the Tank Engine mod, where it changes the dragons to Thomas the Tank Engine. And
so funny, because I used to like Thomas the Tank Engine when I was a kid, so it's like seeing Thomas the Tank Engine just spit out fire. It's like, fuck you, kids!
I love Thomas the Tank Engine. My mum still has the VCR tapes of him.
So
and
does
kids,
mine.
If you don't know what a VCR is, go ask your parents.
Go ask mom and dad what we used to have to do when we were kids.
They're better than a DVD. They will always remember the spot you're up to.
Yep, and don't forget whenever came back to the time when what was it, to take the video back to the video store, it was always don't forget to rewind it.
Yeah, but going back onto the topic again, mods in video games.
Yes, mods in video games.
But yeah, the one that you tagged me in, the Thomas the Tank Engine one, kind of, because I've played Skyrim, I don't think you have, Jacob.
No. No, I did not really that big of a Skyrim fan. I didn't get into the whole Morrowind and everything like that, and I know that Morrowind is just an add-on to the whole thing of Elder Scrolls and blah 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 blah.
Yes, but if the people who have played Skyrim out there know that particular scene where it's at the start of the game, you're coming down, spoiler alert if you haven't played it.
If they haven't played it now, they probably never will.
Hopefully they go get the special edition that I mentioned in the last video. If they haven't seen it, description down below.
Oh, yes.
And before I continue, apologies for people who may leave a comment in the previous E3 episode why there are no annotations down the side of the screen. It wouldn't let me. So there are timestamps down the bottom in the description as along with this video as well to skip ahead at any time. So
press skip.
I kind of had to work it out why it wouldn't do it. It just wouldn't let me put that many annotations on the screen for you guys to click on. So there are timestamps down below in all the videos that we're going to be doing, so you can skip ahead. It's just easier on everyone just to go down Have a look.
It's
But
not easier on everyone. It just saves a headache for you. Admit the truth.
it is a headache, yes.
There
But
you go. The truth is revealed, people.
um, yeah, spoiler alert, if you haven't played Skyrim, where the section is where you first see Thomas the Tank Engine, you're coming down the road into one of the forts to get your head chopped off because you were, I think, convicted of treason or something, or you're in the wrong place, wrong time, something like that.
You bad juju.
Yeah, you get taken
No
over
cookie
to
for you.
the block. Get your head put down. The axeman lifts up the axe or the sword, whatever he's got. He goes to do it, and then normally the dragon would land on top of the tower, breathe fire, spread his wings, and roar. Except you have Thomas the Tank Engine land on top
And spew fire.
and spew fire.
Which is fucking hilarious. Especially with the whole fact that I suppose at that point you meant to actually be hearing the dragon roar, but instead all you're hearing is just
There's another mod as well where they replace the dragons with Randy Savage.
Which one's Randy Savage again?
He was an older wrestler back.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. He kind of sounds like Hulk Hogan, but he's a little different.
Yes, I remember now.
And yeah, they replaced the skin of the dragon with Randy Savage. That looked pretty cool. So, what mods have you spotted that
In Skyrim or just in general?
any in general doesn't matter?
Oh, okay. In general, the most ones I've seen are mainly concerned with Grand Theft Auto, like especially Grand Theft Auto 4. There were some really fun ones in there. One of them they did was Back to the Future, where they had the floating cars and all that, and they had a guy they had like your character dress up like Doc Brown and stuff like that. It was funny.
I think I remember seeing a video or two on that.
I don't know whether it was number 4, whether it was Grand Theft Auto 4, or it was the other one, or the newest one, where they had the Batmobile. You had like not the Tumblr Batmobile, like the 1989 Tim Burton Batmobile. Like
That might have been a mod. It might be a new mod in the new game, but probably in number 4, I'm guessing, because I haven't seen the new one yet.
Maybe in number 4, but yeah, it's like just looks so fucking cool. It's like you could even reverse the car up to someone and just burn the shit out of them with the jet engine. What's another one? No, it's just with mods in general. It all depends on. Oh, hang on, I do remember one, and I did actually use it. Have you ever played Star Wars Galaxy at War?
No, I can't say I have.
All right, so obviously it's a Star Wars game to start with. So but it's based around the time sort of around New Hope, where you can either be the Republic or you can be the Empire, and like you battle both in space and on the ground. You have obviously if you're the Imperial Imperium, you can make Star Destroyers and all this other stuff. Anyway, getting on with it. In the expansion to that, they actually had there was a bunch of guys over in Germany. Now, any of you guys who like Stargate out there, they actually did a patch for Stargate where you could be either the Goa'uld or the Tower A. Now,
I love Stargate.
Oh, Stargate's so cool. Especially
the original Stargate.
What's the matter with
not Atlantis? I'd never liked Atlantis, and not the fucking other one.
Atlantis was fucking awesome.
I did not like it. It did not have Colonel O'Neill. He was Stargate.
You didn't need Colonel O'Neill. You had Rodney McKay, and you had Ronan. Anyway, getting back on topic, you could either be the Goa'uld or the Tower A. Tower A being Human Alliance and stuff like Human Alliance, and also with the Goa'uld, what is it? The Goa'uld guys who like went against slavery and all that type of shit. It's been a while since I've seen Stargate, folks. Bear with me. So anyway, you had you could make Earth. If you Terra, you could make Earth-based. Was it? You could make Earth-based. What is it? Ships and everything like that. And you could use captured Goa'uld ships. And at one point in there, you could, if you captured a supergate, you could then call in a was it the Orion? Now, those of you who remember Atlantis, the Orion was the ancient warship, and it could fire out all like the little drones and stuff like that. That was really cool. If you were the Goa'uld, you could have the Goa'uld motherships and stuff like that. But for the really big warship for the Goa'uld, which would have been the Imperial warships or like Imperial Star Destroyers for the Empire, you had Apophyse's Dreadnought, like the World Destroyer. Was it the World Destroyer ship? And for the Supergate with the Goa'uld, you had what was it? You had the Ori. You had the Ori battleship, which if you got hit with that fucker, it took half your health down with just the amount of force that it would hit the ship with.
Oh yeah, they had that one big beam that came out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, it was a fun mod. I enjoyed thoroughly playing that. Besides that, you also had the ground combat and stuff like that, where you could be SG-1 or an SG team, and the Goa'uld Jafar and stuff like that. So, no, it was fun. It was really, really fun.
Well, the best mods that I've seen or that I know of, some of them I haven't used yet, some of them I've seen. There's one, well, there's a couple I'm going to be using in a few machinimas if you're watching ahead of time. There's the Hulk mod in GTA 5, which you tagged me in that. You reckon I could use it, and I'm going to use it. It's the Hulk mod. It basically, as it says, it turns you into the Hulk. You can jump really high. You can punch the shit out of
Hulk
people.
smash!
Exactly. You could be Hulk and smash.
You can Hulk and smash.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You could just go. You know what? Hulk smash everything. Hulk smash your mother.
There's one I've downloaded, which I will be using in a machinima very soon. It's called Electric Man. And I explained this one to you last night when I was talking to you. If people haven't seen, it's the best way to describe it, I think it's the most recent Spider-Man movie. I could be wrong.
Most recent one has yet to come out. For the ones he's thinking of, folks, he's thinking of the Rise of Electro, Spider-Man.
Yes, I think it's Jamie. Oh, not Jamie Foxx playing him.
It is Jamie.
It is?
Foxx.
Fuck, it doesn't look like him.
He's in character. Leave him alone.
He plays Electro. Basically, you can do the same sort of stuff as him. You can, I think one of them is you can like aim your lightning towards a car. You can suck the power from it. You can blow the car up. You can travel through the air as a lightning bolt, which is pretty cool. I've done that a few times. You can
blow cars up.
Yeah, you can blow cars up. You can do a power punch, which you end up aiming at a car or a person, and you press the button. You travel through the air as a lightning bolt. You turn back to normal, and you punch it, and they fly through the air. It's beautiful to watch. And if you time it right, you can kind of piece them together, and it looks awesome. That's one mod that I like. Another one that is, it doesn't really do anything like gameplay wise, and this you could add this to any game like Fallout or Skyrim, GTA, bloody Mass Effect even, is graphical mods where they just enhance the look of everything.
Oh yeah.
I have New Vegas. I had new people who do or don't know. On the old laptop, I've got the new gaming setup now. On my old laptop, I had Fallout New Vegas for the machinimas I was making. It ran the game at medium level settings. That's how crappy it was. I've put it on this computer. It runs at ultra. And I downloaded a mod that just enhances the graphics of it. And playing on this computer with that mod, my god, it fucking looks incredible.
It's
It
a oh my god, gorgasm.
almost, and that's only just like one mod, and that's just like an environmental mod, just to like bring things up to date
Oh yeah.
and to
Yeah,
make it look like it belongs in the 21st century. And there's another mod that I put with it, and it's just a simple one. It's called, I think, like Midnight Skies. And
I think I've seen that.
if
I was
people
going
are
to say, I
wondering what
think I
that
know that
noise is,
place.
if you're wondering what that noise is, my dog is barking out the back. People are
Woo, woo,
launching
woo, woo.
fireworks.
Oh, so you're checking a party at the back of your house, are you?
I wish. No, we've got people who are watching this. We have a monster truck thing going on up at our showground. And
Oh, so that's where that is this weekend. Okay.
yeah, they've got the monster trucks going on up there, fireworks, all that stuff. You can hear the fireworks from my
Oh,
place.
that's
I'm only like a few blocks away from it. And my dog goes off. She is deaf and blind and hates fireworks.
it.
And she's a Great Dane, by the way.
You're deaf and blind, so it's like, shut up! Where is it? I can't see it. Ah.
Oh, yet she's deaf and blind during the day, but she's fine overnight.
I see everything. She's Daredevil of the night.
Apparently so. Anyway, the mod I was talking about was called Midnight Skies for New Vegas. I put it on. I didn't know what the go was. I'd done a bit of a waiting of time, let it go to about midnight, and you look up into the sky, and it. The best way to describe it is before the mod, you'd see a dot here and there. You may see the moon, a couple of clouds, maybe. It didn't. It looked like a sky, but it wasn't good.
It, loo- it looked like a sky. It's like, I can just imagine it's very pixelated.
It wasn't good. In the vanilla model, it wasn't good. With
Hmm.
this mod, it looks like the Milky Way is right in front of you.
Cool.
It looks fucking beautiful. You can set the size of the moon the way you want, so it looks even better. And oh, it was orgasmic the first time I
So
saw it.
you're Bruce Almighty with the moon.
Pretty much, yeah. You could tie a lasso around it and pull it in. And
You'll Jim Carrey it.
those are the mods that, for me, I wouldn't say are essential because I know some people can't have them.
Mm.
But if you can get them, get them.
Oh yeah. If
If
you can, depending if they cost money, th- va- uh, v- um, vary your results. In other words, like if you really, really, really like the game and you wish that it had a little bit better, better stuff, like a better kick, yeah, consider it. But consider how much the mod actually costs, to whether it's going to be good for you in the long run,
it's worth it.
if it's worth it.
Kind of like DLCs, yeah. You always look at it
Yes.
thinking, all right, this DLC
Um,
might cost me $10,
I was going
but
to say, speaking of DLCs, now for those of you out there, I actually do. I also like besides sci-fi and stuff like that. I also dabbled in Warhammer. For those of you who know about Warhammer, you'll know that the newest Warhammer game came out, which is Warhammer Total War. Now, Sega has brought out a new DLC called Blood for the Blood Gods. Now it's worth about $3, not much, but what you get in it is if you're really into that, like the whole thing of Warcraft, where it's meant to be as bloody as it should, then that's what it gives you. So in other words, if you have an ogre there, and the ogre is like picking up a soldier and ripping his head off, you'll see the blood literally pour out of him. It's how Warhammer should be. Oh, trust me, man. If you do want to have a look, if you want to see what I mean, look it up on YouTube. Like just Warhammer, Total War Warhammer, Blood for the Blood God, and you'll see exactly what I mean. It's bloody, it's gory, it's fantastic.
and,
But
and
yes,
anyone would think you like blood and gore.
oh, anyone would think I'd love blood and gore.
But yeah, in my mind and in my eyes, the only mods that for me are completely, as I said, not essential but are worth it, are graphical mods that not change gameplay,
Yeah.
but just enhance the look of it.
But
Because,
just tweak it a little bit, or like they tweak it a lot.
like, with the one for New Vegas, there are a couple of mods there which I haven't been able to find, but I've seen videos of them.
Oh
And
yeah.
New Vegas was, I can't remember what year New Vegas was made, but they bring it up to a 2016 game.
Oh
And
yeah.
they've got like a list of mods that are like 40 or 50 long that just make everything look incredible. Which, fuck, I couldn't do that. I only have probably about 5, maybe, if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Um, but those are the sort of ones that I believe are good. That if you can get them, get them.
Oh yeah.
If you want to have a bit of just for shits and giggles, get things that are like having Randy Savage as a dragon,
Or Thomas the
or
Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine, or fucking have Buzz Lightyear in Fallout New Vegas.
That would actually be quite funny.
There,
To infinity and beyond.
there's one for Fallout
Give
4.
Papa a 7.
There's one for Fallout 4 where you can get your power armor, and they've made it look like Buzz Lightyear.
That would actually be quite cool.
So get ones like that for shits and giggles. Yeah, go and get them.
Oh
But
yeah.
there are some mods out there which are just absolutely fucking ridiculous, and I have no idea why someone even attempted to make them. Why they even bothered.
Name one then.
There was one. If you go into Nexus Mods, this is where
Yeah.
the place where you can go to get all your mods for Fallout and Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. There was one on
Yeah.
there, and I was spotted because I was just flicking through, seeing if I could find stuff that I could use. Found one, and I shit you not, and pun intended, was a mod to have logs of poo in the toilets around Fallout.
Right. Okay.
Someone went
Someone.
around.
So someone obviously has a shit fetish, pun intended, and wanted to make sure that everybody knew that they had a shit fetish.
I don't know if it was every toilet, but it could be like random ones. Maybe like when you go to a building where there might be like a row of toilets in a stall. There
Yeah.
might be like 4 toilets, and 2 of them might have a lump of poo in them. But someone has gone around to animate a log of poo in the toilet bowl, and that's a mod. And I'm thinking to
Yeah, I
myself,
sometimes worry about this world.
I'm thinking to
That's one of
myself,
them.
why would you want that?
That's why I just said I sometimes wonder about this world.
And
I God.
that's just. There are a couple others which weren't stupid, but were just pointless. Like there was one there where it animated insects. I think it was just random insects.
How do you mean animated? Do you mean like they actually like had fluttering wings and shit like that?
If there were a dead body, they'd have flies buzz around it. That
Well,
that
see,
that was the mod.
ooh, see, I can see where that could come in, like to effect. Like you would classify that as atmosphere.
Yeah, I could use that as like in a machinima
Yeah,
for like to make it more realistic. But there are other ones where I don't know why they they bothered. I kind of say why if they had like I don't know a need for it themselves, and they're going, all right, I'm going to put this up online. Someone else may want to get it. Like animating butterflies in Fallout. Randomly, you might see a butterfly float, go off a rock.
yeah.
That was a mod.
No, okay.
And yeah, like small ones like that, I don't see the point. Ones like shit in the toilet is
Yeah,
just ridiculous.
someone has to have a fetish to do that. Someone really has to have a fetish to do that. Like, it's either that or they went for ultra realism. So ultra realism. No, this place has to have shit in it.
But yeah, that's
It ain't worth playing if it ain't got shit in the toilet.
oh Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion on mods, and that's Jacob's opinion on mods. If you have an opinion on a mod, leave it down below. Or if you have a favourite mod,
Yes.
leave
Tell
it
us your
down below.
favorite mod. That'd be great. That'd be a great topic to like to actually have a look at. Maybe.
Exactly. And this is kind of a smooth segue, but our next one, and I've got a few things. I can guarantee Jacob will have a few because I've heard it constantly without us even recording. Is things just in video games that for some reason just really, really fucking just piss us off.
Mm,
Doesn't matter what it is. Just
does that also include players on the other side that just hammer the shit out of you and like for no apparent
whatever.
reason?
Anything that just like really pisses you off.
Yeah. Uh, what is it? I will say this: some of the game, like just some of the ones that just glitch to the fuck house, even though like it's all right. Say for instance, you've just got yourself a brand new computer, okay?
Yes.
Like brand spanking new. You've had a game which been able to play on your previous one, but at low quality graphics, okay? Like
Yes.
you know this experience, obviously. Um, Anyway, and then like you finally get your new computer and you think, yes, I will finally be able to see what this game is like in like ultimate detail. And when you put it on, all of a sudden it stutters worse than the fucking kid in primary school. It's like it's like the fuck. I just sometimes. Besides that, you've also got other things like, I suppose this wouldn't be classified under gameplay, but like a controller going flat, a mice not working, keyboards fucking up, or like keyboard like even key sticking. I at once had a key get stuck on me. I made left turns for like 15 minutes on the fucking screen until I was able to get it fixed, and my character just took a like going around in a fucking circle. And it's like, oh, fucking, I can't even log out. He's moving.
I had the same problem where I was playing, I think it was Gmod. We were playing Prop Hunt. And
Oh yeah,
I had a different keyboard than the one I've got now, and the talk button was like the team chat talk button
yeah.
was stuck, and I didn't realize it because the chat comes down like the bottom left, and I'm there concentrating on the screen, concentrating, and I'm there wondering why the fuck am I not moving? And then I think I must have hit enter or something. And it come up as chat. It come up as www.aasssdddd www.aassdsd
See,
Oh,
that wouldn't be game. That wouldn't be a problem with the game. That's user error. That's
oh,
user error right there.
well, it was keyboard error because like I'd hit it later on. I must have bumped it to chat to someone saying where I was hiding or whatever, and then the button got stuck again. So I told him where I was, one of my teammates, and then
Yeah.
I went to go and run because I got spotted and I couldn't fucking move. I'm there typing www.
Oh, you poor bastard. That's all I can say to that is you poor bastard.
Oh, one other. I got this video. Will probably just go on constantly with just us talking shit about things that just pisses off. But because I think we've got a list about 1,000 miles long.
The ones that we remember anyway.
Yeah. We'll end this video, and I'll guarantee after we finish recording, we'll say, "Oh fuck, there's another thing. There's
There's
another
another
thing.
thing. There's
Here's
another
another
one.
thing.
There's another. There's another. There's another.
Here's one. Squeakers.
Which one's Squeakers again?
Squeakers. Kids that run around going, "You can't kill me! Ah, why the fuck did you kill me?"
Oh, this is why I don't. This is why I don't play Call of Duty anymore. This is so why that's the one big major fucking reason why I did not. Why I refused to play Call of Duty, just simply because of the fact is I got so sick and tired of hearing kids like, yeah, I fucked your mom. I had your mom last night. Oh my god, she was so good. It's like, dude, you don't even know what my mom looks like. You probably wouldn't even know what a fucking woman looks like. A proper woman.
They wouldn't even know what to do with their penis.
That too. Oh god, is it? It's not only that. What's what are some other things? Oh god, they're just.
One for me, and I do this, so I kind of hate what I do,
You
and
kind of hate what you do, so.
I hate when other people do it, but I do it. Is a camper. I did it.
I know you did it because I saw you. I used to see you do it.
Back when Modern Warfare 3 was a popular game, it still is. You can go up online now, people are still playing it. And I used to play that constantly. And Jacob was over one day. He was over my place. Myself, him, and my wife were taking turns in playing the game.
Yep, I
And
remember. I kind of remember that day.
yeah, and like we were taking turns and all that sort of stuff. There's one particular map. I don't remember the name of it. But there was two spots I would hide because I was a sniper. There was one. There was a car that was blocking an archway, and I would hide behind the car. It was in the corner of the map. I would set. It was either a proximity mine or it was a bouncing Betty. It was either one of those two, whichever one I'd want to use at the time.
Six of one, half a dozen the other, really.
Yeah, I'd set it in front or on the opposite side of the car where the archway was, where people would normally they wouldn't even think twice about walking around the other side of the car. I'd be laying there, people would go off and get hit by the mine and die, and I'd be aiming down where the stairs were. I killed this kid about 12 times in the one game because he would not learn about trying to go the other way. He went off his fucking nut. I was laughing my ass off. I don't know if it was the time when you were with us or not, but my wife was on because we had two consoles at the time. She'd be on one TV, I'd be on the other. She was laughing her ass off because we'd be on the same team, so she'd hear it. And this kid was going off his fucking nutter, and then all of a sudden, he must have been like 8. All of a sudden, he's there going, "Oh, you fucking camping! You can't come out and fight me like a real man!" And then all of a sudden, he stopped. And we're thinking, oh, he must have left the game or something. And then we heard, "Mom, I'll stop the swearing, but he keeps camping." Fine, I'll do my homework in a minute.
That's good. I like that. I don't. I no. You have not told me that. You seriously have never ever told me that.
Well, it must have been the time you were there then, but I remember doing that.
Yeah.
I hate when other people do it as well. It just pisses you off when they're.
Oh yeah, campers you gotta.
Yeah.
Campers you gotta hate, even though you become a camper yourself. But yeah,
I was a good camper. Don't get me wrong. I picked the spots where I wanted to go, and I was good at it. But when other people did it or took my spots, I would chuck the shits.
yes, I remember that. I remember you say, "I'm going to go to my spot." The fuck?
I would die half a dozen times before I could get to my spot.
You'd die half a dozen times before you actually realise that fucker's in my spot.
And then by the time I could get to my spot, the game would be over.
You'd probably sit there, bang, one kill. Game over. We lost. Motherfucker!
That was just one major thing that pisses me off.
What's one that really pisses me off? I don't know. Did I keep thinking of PvP and or even no. You know what does piss me off, and this happens with online games a lot, and it's not so much like a glitchy game or anything like that. Like I'm talking about stuff which you could have the best internet in the world, the best internet, best connection, best software in your computer or console or whatever, and you'll just lag for no fucking reason. Lag, people, lag. It's like they say that was it? Oh, what is it? When it comes like like TV doesn't make killers. Lag makes killers. It's like
Oh,
because if you have ever met either a diehard fan of a game or just a diehard fan of anything
or
really,
an angry little kid.
or an angry little fucking bitchy kid, whenever it comes to online gaming, in any sense of the word, as soon as lag is mentioned in a conversation, everybody loses their fucking nut. Lag, if the internet went dead right now, I guarantee you there would be and it went dead for over an hour. The entire world would erupt in a fucking global massacre of which history has never ever seen.
And the thing with lag as well, honestly, there's two sides to this. Is people use lag as an excuse, a general excuse. And don't get me wrong, lag
Sometimes,
is an excuse, and it is a good excuse when it does happen.
yes,
When it happens is the key
yes,
word.
when it happens.
But when you are on a game and you are killing the one person, and you may be just trolling the absolute shit out of them because you want to, and you're killing the one person over and over again, and they're going, "Oh, it's all because of the lag. I'm a lot better at this game. This is a fucking stupid server."
this the stupid server fucking excuse. I've heard that one. I've also heard, oh, I wasn't watching. It's like, really, you weren't watching a screen which you've been looking at for the past 20 fucking minutes or however long it's you've been looking at, you've been playing the game for.
And
It's like,
here's one.
really?
Here's an excuse I've heard, and I agree with this, and you'll agree with it because we are both a part of this, and so are many others who watch my videos. The one excuse I've heard when playing, I think I was playing Gmod at the time, was, "I'm in Australia, our internet is shit."
Yeah, yeah. If anyone's actually been to Australia, and
Our
I mean
internet
it,
is fucked.
our internet, while the government thinks it's great, guess what? It's not. It is so totally not fucking great. It is like abhorrent. It is so fucking bad
There are
that
third world countries out there that have faster internet than us.
Cuba has better internet than us.
What's that ad that's on Australia? It's about another internet company. What's not Telstra or Optus or something, but they bring up this other country. It's I can't think of the name of the country, but their internet is like 4 times faster than ours.
A third world country.
I don't think it's a third world country, but it's a country that you wouldn't even think would have really good internet. Um, oh fuck, I don't know, but it's only like this small little country off the side of Europe somewhere. And
Yugoslavia?
actually, yeah, that might be it. It sounds familiar. Anyway, there's an ad that's going around Australia saying that our internet is fucking like 4 times or 5 times slower than theirs. Our
I would
internet is
not doubt
fucking
it.
horrible.
I really would not doubt it.
The
Our,
last video that I uploaded, sorry, I'll rephrase it. The last No Holds Barred episode, our E3 special, that's an hour and a half long, roughly.
yeah,
That took me a bit over a day to load, non-stop. I had my computer on for about 48 hours just uploading that video.
yeah, but
That's how shit our internet is.
in saying that you're using copper lines, I have to. All right,
Yeah,
where?
you're on the NBN.
Yes. All right. For those that are watching that aren't in Australia, we've just got the NBN, which is the National Broadband Network. The NBN is how the government has decided to do it. Originally decided to do it was fibre to all homes. Okay, fibre to all homes.
Which I haven't got yet.
No. Then new government came in, said right, no, not fibre to all homes, too costly. How do we reduce cost? Fibre to node, copper to home. Yeah, but that's really going to fucking work. So then the government finally pulled their thumb out of their ass, smelt it, and thought, man, that's shit, and gone, all right, maybe we'll just do fibre to home. Now, my house is less. My current house is less than little over a year old. Our fibre, the fibre is going from the node to my home. At Bubbles' place, it is.
My house is
His,
about 5-6 year old ish.
yeah, but here's the thing: where he lives, because we actually don't live in the same town.
We're about an hour and a bit away from each other.
Yeah, we're about an hour and a bit away from each other. As far as I know, his town is not even situated up with the NBN yet. They're still using copper.
I think so, yeah.
And I had no experience with copper. And the last house that I lived in had a copper line, and it was constantly fucking dodgy. And I mean, this is how constantly dodgy it was. One day, downloading, you would have a top knockout of 380 kilobits a second. No, sorry, megabits a second.
I don't even know what I've got. I haven't tested it recently.
It was so fucking painful. It
Mine
was
probably
so
wouldn't be
painful.
far off that, though, I'm guessing.
On a bad day, which I actually had to call them up and say shit was happening, the top knockout was less than 60 kilobytes a fucking second. Do you know how fucking mental you go watching something download at 6 kilobytes a second?
Yeah, so I kind of know what that's like. Our internet died at one point. We went down to dial-up speed.
Oh, don't get me started on dial-up speed. Do not get me started on dial-up speed. I will fucking punch holes through the wall at dial-up speed. It's like you people over in other countries that are complaining about your internet.
Come live with us.
Live in Australia for 3 weeks.
Playing
3
online
weeks,
games.
because I guarantee you, after 3 weeks, you'll go back to your own house or like your own country and go, you know what? This shit ain't bad. I have experienced pain and trauma.
A video gamer needs to be the Prime Minister of Australia. Then they will fix the fucking internet.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
if, again...
Either that or we need to be conglomerate... What is it? We need to be... I'm not going to try and put that into words. We need to be... pretty much Australia needs to be owned by South Korea. You know why? South Korea has the best internet.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Oh no, they have the best internet in the fucking world.
I would not doubt it at all. Alaska would have the better internet than us. The North Pole would.
New Zealand has better internet than us.
Well, there you go.
Those of you in New Zealand, you know we're only teasing.
We love you.
Oh, we love you. We so love New Zealand.
So
for everyone else, there's sort of like a a love-hate relationship between us and the Kiwis.
Kind of like between the US and Canada.
Yeah, or
Kind of
Mexico.
same thing.
Yeah, I was going to say sort of like the US and Mexico, but with Trump in command, with Trump going around at the moment, I don't see that. I see that.
That won't be a joke anymore. That shit will become serious.
That shit will go fucking mental.
So, guys, if there's something that just pisses you off in general, video games, playing video games, hardware, internet, fucking anything, write down below. I want to hear them. I want to read them, actually.
Yeah, I do.
Better.
I'd love to see that, because all I can see coming out of that is lag, 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 lag. Glitchy
my
games,
fucking lag's horrible. And our last topic of the day, and this is a topic that both me and Jacob could spend 48 hours awake constantly talking about and arguing about and agreeing over.
Or disagreeing.
Not disagreeing. Is video games to movies, or movies to video games, whichever way you want to, tickles your fancy. But in my eyes, and I know for a fact you will agree to this, if I had my choice and I had the money, if I had the millions or possible billions to do this, I would make Metal Gear Solid, the first one where he's at Shadow Moses,
Mm-hmm.
that
Oh yeah.
into a movie.
You wouldn't do it as a one-part. There is no fucking way you would do that as a one-part movie.
But
You would
like
have
just to start off, like with if it's a trilogy or 4, 5, 6, 7 movies, however many, I would
tr-
start at
truth be
Shadow Moses.
truth be told though, with Metal Gear, the very first one, I wouldn't put it down as a movie. I would have it as a very high-budget TV series, like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones or Walking Dead, like that's the sort. If like for argument, let's say it's a movie, I would go movie. Would be me because that way I could release it out to fucking cinemas everywhere, whatever. But anyway, I would start off with Shadow Moses.
True, true.
That's where it should start off with. That's where the Metal Gear Solid brand took off.
Oh yeah. You know,
You want to go back to Snake Eater and start there. You would start off at Shadow Moses because once you watch Shadow Moses and then you moved on to the second and then third game and stuff like that, people would know the past and go,
yeah.
all right. And once you do go back to like Snake Eater and stuff like that, you would know, all right, that's Big Boss. That's fucking Ocelot. That's back in
You,
his day, Ocelot.
you know what though? The thing is, Hideo Kojima is trying to remember every single. Like, I can see him trying to remember every single bit that's come along with Metal Gear in general, and just trying to piece it all together and going, right, now I can do this with this character. No, wait, I can't do that with that character because he coincided with this character back in this one, and and
Yeah.
it's like, damn it, how can I make this work?
But in my eyes, I would start with Shadow Moses, and if I was the one picking actors, I would pick dead or alive. It doesn't matter. I would pick Kurt Russell back when in his younger days, back when he did like Escape from LA to play Snake. That would be me to choose.
You know, apparently that's where Hideo Kojima got his inspiration from.
I wouldn't doubt it because in that movie, his name is Snake.
Yeah, no, seriously, that is apparently where Hideo Kojima got his whole inspiration for the character of Snake. Because if my memory is correct, that Escape from New York came out in '84. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, and the very first Metal Gear game came out in '86 or '87, somewhere around there. But yeah, no, for the part of playing a Snake, I would actually pick Carl Urban,
Who's Carl Urban?
Judge Dredd.
Oh, the new Judge Dredd.
Yes, the new Judge Dredd.
Yep. I'm with
Yes,
you now.
I would pick him because he would be a fan-fucking-tastic judge. Not Judge Dredd. Snake.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I would pick him. For Revolver Ocelot, I would pick Sam Elliott. For those of you who do not know who Sam Elliott is, I slap you in the face.
Well, you're gonna have to slap me because otherwise I don't think I know who it is.
Well, there you go. There's your slap. Sam Elliott was I'll give you a couple of movies that Sam Elliott has been in. Sam Elliott has been in Ghost Rider. He has been in We Were Soldiers. He has been.
Oh, yep. I know who he is.
Ah,
Yep.
now you know who he is.
He
Who is
has
he
a
then?
really fucking awesome voice.
He has that
Rusty.
nice, real deep,
Yep.
deep voice. I reckon he would play an awesome Revolver Ocelot.
Oh god, yeah.
Like,
Once you mentioned who he was and what movie he was from, I knew who he was.
could
He
you?
has such a fucking awesome voice.
Oh, it is bone chilling, is what that is.
I could go to sleep listening to his voice.
It's like people saying I could go to sleep listening to
The Rain, but
No, not the Rain. Like the Rain's one, but I'm thinking of black actor freckles Morgan Freeman.
yeah.
Like Morgan Freeman's voice and stuff like that. No, Sam Elliott like reading you a bedtime story. That's the way to fucking go.
But what would be awesome if you've ever seen the book Shut the Fuck Up and Go to Sleep? Sam Elliott reading that. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, shut the fuck up and go to
And go
sleep.
to sleep.
Anyway, for Liquid Snake
He'd
is
definitely have to be. Oh, I got one. Benedict. Oh, I can't say his fucking name properly. Benedict Cumberbatch. I reckon he'd be good. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
okay. He's going to look at this later and realize what the fuck I've just done. Okay, it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
Whatever. I said I didn't pronounce his name right. He would. He would be good. He has an awesome voice.
He would be, yes, but he doesn't have like he for the, all right for authenticity. He would be the right height and everything like that, but he wouldn't have the right voice. He's got the deep voice. He doesn't have that real pommy accent though.
Yeah, I reckon. But I have heard
I
him
would
with a
pick
Pommy accent though.
I would pick Paul Betley.
Who's Paul Betley?
Paul Betley plays Jarvis.
Oh, in the
And
Iron Man movies.
yes.
Would Would you
You're
get him? Would you get him just to do the voice?
Fuck no, I get him to do the whole thing. For Christ's sake, man, he plays Vision. And he's there scratching his head, thinking, "Who the fuck is Vision?" Uh, Dude, seriously, I will fucking flash over there right now and punch you in the face and get back here before anyone knows what's happened. Uh, Vision was the Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember them all. I've watched a fair bit since then. I'm just trying to remember which one he is.
He's the one that has a stone in his head.
Oh, yeah, the one that ends. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I'm with
Yes,
you now.
him as Liquid Snake.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to pick a right one for him.
Yes,
You can't get it. That's the worst thing with fucking transforming games to movies is yeah,
trying to be authentic.
trying to be precise, and it's
Trying to be
so
precise.
fucking hard.
True. All right then, Sniper Wolf.
Oh, I just came in my knickers.
I
Um,
have one.
who?
Scarlett Johansson. Either her
Yeah.
or Millie Jovovich. If you dare.
No, I know who
I was
Mila
gonna say if you.
Jovovich is. I'm just trying to
No,
imagine her as
I was
Sniper
going to
Wolf.
say if you dare say no and say Angelina Jolie, I will so punch you.
Oh no, I don't like Angelina Jolie. The only she was hot back in the day. Don't get me wrong, but no, not
Yes.
now.
She's twigging berries at the moment.
And old and you. The worst thing is people who don't know Metal Gear. Sniper Wolf is, for all the pixels in the world, she is fucking hot.
You do realize? Have you actually seen the Nintendo version of her? Because,
No,
right,
I don't think I have.
okay. So, yep, you had Metal Gear come out in '98. No, '96. Whenever it fucking was, I can't really remember.
Yeah.
But then when the Nintendo GameCube came out, they re-released it under Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes.
I remember that, but I never played it.
Of course, because nobody had not nobody. I won't say nobody. I know a couple of guys that actually had a GameCube. Not GameCube. Yeah, no, GameCube.
Pick the right one.
It's hard to fucking remember. And no, I actually looked through YouTube just for shits and giggles to try and find it, and I found it. I found all the cutscenes. She actually don't look half bad.
Yeah, she is. She is hot. Even playing it on PlayStation, the first PlayStation with Shadow Moses. She was very pixelated, but she was still hot. You could see what they were going for.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, yeah.
With the white jacket, where it goes down just past the boob.
It just had just that
past,
little bit of cleavage.
just past the shape of the boobs going down to the belly button. And I'd probably toss it up between Scarlett Johansson, because yeah, she's hot and she has got the body for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. No one can match that voice.
Who? Just the voice of her?
Yeah. Like
You,
there are a lot
you
of
have
people
heard
out there.
Scarlett Johansson do a sort of Slavic voice, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah, but like as we just mentioned about fucking Liquid
Benedict
Snake.
Cumberbatch. Oh, not Snake. You mean
About
yeah.
Liquid Snake, you can never find the right person who can nail the voice. You never can with any fucking video game. You can get a lot of people who have the right body. You got like Scarlett Johansson, Mila Kunis, um,
That's one
fucking
I didn't consider, Mila Kunis.
yeah, she's got the right look,
Mm.
and I reckon she could pull it off really well.
I reckon she would too. But then
Um,
again, I'd be looking at
plus
her
she's kind of like my celebrity crush.
I'd be looking at her thinking like at any stage right now she's just going to start doing the whole Michael, oh my god, doing that whole thing from '70s show. But that's just me.
Oh, I love that show. I still watch reruns of that.
Oh yeah, it's still fun to watch.
Um, yeah, it's.
Anyway,
I don't know if Mila Kunis could do the proper accent to give Sniper Wolf justice.
maybe.
It for me it'd be a toss up between Scarlett Johansson and Sniper Wolf. Between fucking Scarlett Johansson and Mila Kunis
No, okay.
for me. But yeah, it's to go from games to movies. A lot of 99.999% of fucking producers will not get it right.
Oh yeah, those are the
Like
ones that actually want to get it right.
the Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes, it was a travesty.
I don't mind. The only reason I don't mind watching it
Right.
is
All
because
right.
it's
I'll reiterate
funny.
my reiterate my point. It's a travesty. They didn't keep it to the actual thing of Super Mario Brothers,
Hmm.
but I say but it was good. It was a good watch. I enjoyed actually watching it, but um, for keeping it as a
Authentic as possible.
authentic thing, no,
They
they
fucking butchered it.
yeah they butchered the shit out of it.
Is there are not many games that have gone to movies, but the ones that have haven't really done it justice. Okay, Resident Evil,
Yeah.
the first movie, and I've watched them all now. Um, the first movie kind of it did follow the story about the Umbrella Corporation and all that sort of
Yes.
shit.
Yes, it did.
It wasn't a bad movie. I liked it. Um, it it didn't really do it justice, but I think from that movie, it kind of split from the games itself
Yes.
to kind of form its own Resident Evil sort of feel.
Yes.
And then the games went off its own way, but it still kept the name. So that's when people kind of played the games and watched the movies, and they're going, "Oh, this movie is shit compared to the game. It does not follow what the Umbrella Corporation really done."
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
But,
No, I get what you mean with that. Like, don't get me wrong. The movies were fantastic. I love the movies,
mm.
but yeah, when it came to keeping in sync with the game itself and stuff like that, no, no, it was so terrible.
So in your eyes, going from instead of pointing out all the fucking horrible things producers have tried to ram down our throats, what game you'd probably pick Metal Gear as well, but in your eyes, if you had a kajabillion dollars, what game would you pick to transform into a movie?
Hmm.
And you have absolute free reign.
Hmm.
I've got him thinking.
Let's see. I I would probably go with Perfect Dark.
I don't think I've played that.
You don't think you've played
I
Perfect
don't think I
Dark?
have.
It
If I have, it
was
was a long time ago.
Perfect Dark was on Nintendo 64. Um, it was like meant to be the reprisal of the. It was meant to be the reprisal of the, like, sort of GoldenEye, sort of like look to gaming, except it was in the future. You had your multiplayer aspect and everything else like that. Um, and yeah, it's like how was it? Your character played as a spy and stuff like that, and you had the big, you had the big corporation, which was which was all evil and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah, and it all came down to the whole thing of aliens. Now, for those of you that actually play Perfect Dark, you'll know what I'm talking about. It would actually make a pretty half decent movie, if you were to make it. Um, but to actually make a movie out of a game, I'd have to say none of them. Really and truly, honestly, I would say none of them.
It's hard to.
No, I mean, no game should be really made into a movie. Those that have succeeded are very few.
Mm,
For instance, um,
very few and
the
far between.
very few. For instance, very first Hitman movie was okay.
Yeah, I
Second
didn't mind that.
second one was so much fucking better. And I mean so much fucking better. I loved the second one. Agent 47. Um what was it? Like there have been so many games that have been tried to be made into movies and they just suck. Silent Hill was okay. For those of you who ever watched the Far Cry movie, you'll know where I'm coming from when I say you really wanted to throw that fucker to the wall.
I don't think I ever watched a Far Cry movie.
Don't. Purely one word. Don't.
It's for people. I know a lot of producers out there started off probably playing video games, and they thought when they've grown up and become a producer, and they've gone, right, this is my time. I can go back and revisit a game I love, and make it into a movie. If any of you are out there, and I highly doubt it, that are watching this video, don't fucking do it.
Well said. But we
Don't
can't.
don't even take the chance.
No, don't take the chance. Really, don't.
Love the game. Go
Yes.
back and buy a fucking Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo or fucking PlayStation, whatever there was that it was on. Go back and play it a
Yes.
thousand times over. Put 10,000 hours worth of fucking gameplay into it. I don't care. Don't ruin. I don't care even if it is a game that I hate. Don't
Mm,
ruin a game franchise by making a fucking shitty movie.
no, please don't.
I don't care even if you're fucking Michael Bay. Don't do it.
Yeah, seriously, man. Like, guys, like, if you really want to fuck with a franchise, there is no quicker way to do it than trying to make it into a game.
But
Um,
let's flip the coin over.
Making a game into a
Making a
making.
movie into a game. I've got one that I would like to see if it was done right.
I know one which was done fucking horribly.
I'll go yours first. What one was done horribly?
Battleship.
Oh yeah.
Do I need to say any more?
Yeah.
Do I really need to say any more on the topic? No.
No.
Then we'll leave it at that.
Honestly, the
But
movie wasn't
the movie
it's not
wasn't
bad to
great.
watch.
Movie wasn't great. It was good. It's one of those ones which you could just watch every now and again, just to poke fun at. Um, like for instance, me being a history buff and everything like that, you look at it and just go, all right, you've got a battleship and you got 20 guys. There ain't no fucking way in hell you're gonna operate that battleship with 20 guys.
No.
And like and over three quarters of them are fucking like are veterans. You know, those veterans may know what they're doing, but there's no fucking way they can move that ship. But
But yeah, the movie that I would like to see turned into a game, if it was done right, and there probably is a game of it, I wouldn't doubt it if there is. I can't think of the fucking name of it now.
well, that's very helpful.
It's got Vin Diesel, and it's not
Fast and
Fast and Furious.
Furious.
No, it's not Fast and Furious. Fuck, that may have just been Need for Speed.
It was Need for Speed.
Um,
It was Need for Speed Underground.
The movie I'm thinking of, and there were a couple of prequels. I think there might have been one prequel, and I know there was a sequel. He's on an alien planet, and he's got like the silver eyes, and he's got to wear goggles. I can't think of the
Black?
fucking. No, it's not Pitch Black. It's something else.
Pitch Black. Pitch Black.
It's not called Pitch Black, is it?
It's fucking Pitch Black. All right. All right. We'll pause it right there for a moment, and we'll let him actually look this up, because I want to see the look on see the look on his face when he's done.
All right, I'm going to look it up now.
All right. So we're pausing video.
Now I'm going to keep it going. People.
Oh, okay.
People know I have dual screens. So all right, I'm going to type in
Pitch Black.
Vin Diesel.
No, just type in Pitch Black.
Oh, fine. I'll type in Pitch Black. Pitch Black. All right, fine. Yes, it was fucking Pitch Black. There. Fine. But there is another one after it though. It's
The Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah, that's it. Chronicles of Riddick. That I would like to see in a decent video game. That would be good.
Well, you've already had 2 Chronicles of Riddick games. You've had Chronicles
They weren't good.
That's not my fault. It's not my fault that they weren't good. You could just blame the game producers and everything like that. Same as we all do. It's like
Right.
if they make a shitty Star Wars game, who do we blame? The fucking producers.
George Lucas.
No, we can't blame George Lucas, even though he signed off on the fuckers.
Fine. Walt Disney.
No, them we can blame now. Them we can blame for the horrible misgivings for Battlefront. Oh. But yeah,
If you could, I would like to see a decent game of it, an actual proper decent game. So if you could pick a movie to transform into a game, what would you pick?
No, it's already been. I was just thinking, no, it's already been done. The American Revolution would have been fun, but they did that with Empire Total War. Actually, and people are gonna really hate me for saying this, but I'd like to do a video game about Nazi Germany. All right. To get my point across.
Well, you might even get that with Battlefield 1.
No, Battlefield 1 wasn't Nazi Germany. Battlefield 1 was Germany and the Prussian Empire. No, what I'm talking about is not the fact of you actually exterminating Jews and stuff like that. What I am getting the point with Nazi Germany, like a World War II game where you play just a soldier in the Third Reich, where like you start off in Poland and you go to France and Belgium and just places like that, or like not playing the same person but playing a role of different characters, just going along that whole thing, because we always see the game, we always see the side of the coin of America or Russia or Britain against Nazi Germany. We always see them as the bad guy. Well,
You don't see the other side of it.
That's it. You don't see the other side of it. Not all guys in Nazi Germany were bad guys. Like they were just done as they were told. It's a soldier's duty. Like for Christ's sake, put someone in the shoes of someone who was in the the third, the Wehrmacht, or the Luftwaffe, or the Kriegsmarine. Like, you know, really, really show people like, you know, these guys were not just only doing as they're told. There was some of them were so fucking brave to do what they had to do. And that's, you know, just make something like that. That would be a really, really heartfelt game. Like, if you really wanted to go so far, do it with the Japanese as well. Um, like,
What would be a really good one, and when you mentioned Japanese, is kind of like sparked an idea. When Hiroshima dropped,
yeah,
imagine being on the ground, seeing that mushroom cloud.
well, they have done something similar. Not with the Japanese, but they have done something similar, and that was in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. That was where you were actually at the heart of a mushroom cloud. But, and here's a big but. The mushroom cloud is not was a fearsome weapon, yes, but nothing will terrify you more than a firestorm.
Mm.
For those of you who do not know what a firestorm is, and I am not making this up, a firestorm is the combination of a flame or fire in general, and just a huge, massive fucking like just this fire eating up so much of this oxygen that it creates a twister of fire and just pure fire. So, and during the American bombings of not only Okinawa but also Japan itself, they would use all of these what is it? All of these incendiary bombs, and they would cause a massive firestorms. Now, if you were a poor innocent fucking civilian, in that case, now that would really make you like scared, like really scared.
You couldn't run. You wouldn't know what to do.
Exactly.
So you'd want something like that created on
I
your end.
I honestly think that, like, you know, like it's been done to death. The whole thing of there's the bad guy.
Go and
Where
kill him.
Go and kill him. That's the same thing that's been happening with World War II games, where it's either Japan or Germany, or in some cases Italy. Why don't we reverse it? You know,
See the
why not?
Americans or someone come at you.
Yes. For Christ's sake, you are like, it's only human to think, what about the other side? The other side of the coin. Like, if look at the German troops during the Battle of Stalingrad. Once the Eighth Army was encircled inside of Stalingrad, they pretty much resorted to cannibalism after everything went out. Yeah. And it's like the Russians had a bad time. I'm not saying that they didn't, but if you were, and like actually have a bit in there where you actually have to save your rounds, like not just go around bang 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 bang. Oh look, there's some more ammo, bang 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 bang. Just fucking just make them say, look, this is all the ammo you've got. Fucking
Deal
make
with
it. Yeah, deal with it. Make it last. You could make a you could actually make it a third person sort of like um what is it? Not like first person shooter, a third person shooter, and like you go like in before a big attack or something like that, you go around and you talk to people, or like, and they say, you can ask questions like, hey, you got any water? Hey, you got any food? Hey, you got any spare ammo that I can have? And then
Collect
like
as much as you can before it happens.
yeah, collect stuff, and then move, and then like fight, and then go and like do something else, like go and do a report or something like that. That would be quite an interesting one.
You see, guys, this is why I've created this show. On one hand, you've got me who would want to create a movie, a game from like Pitch Black, and fucking whatever the Chronicles of Riddick, and then you got Jacob who'd want to create ones that he's just mentioned then. And this is why I've created this show, fucking expressing exactly what you want.
Hmm.
There are shows out there that do a similar sort of thing, but this is free reign.
Oh yeah.
This is why I've done it.
Before we can either end or continue on, there is another show which I would actually like being made to be made into a game.
What's that?
If anybody's ever heard it or read the book, The Man in the High Tower.
I don't know.
Right. Man in the High Tower. Only was a book that was made back in 1950 odd thereabouts. And what it is it instead of the Allies winning World War II, it was the Axis powers. So you had Japan and Nazi Germany. Nazi Germany took over all of Europe, the vast majority of Russia, parts of Africa, and invaded the US and
Interesting.
yeah, and took over the US up until the point of the Colorado Mountains. So from New York to the Colorado Mountains is all Nazi Germany. And then you have Japan. Japan comes in, takes over Oceania, takes over Australia, takes over Hawaii, invades into the US and stops at the Colorado Mountains. So peace is declared, and Nazi Germany keeps its half, like the whole eastern coast and up until the the Colorados or the Rocky Mountains. I can't remember. But it's basically it's from west coast to the mountain ranges, and Japan has from the west coast to the mountain ranges. I know I've just said west coast twice. You understand what I mean, but
It's what would happen if the war ended differently.
yes, pretty much. And the entire Colorado or Rocky Mountains in the middle is like I suppose the demilitarized zone. So like in here is what remains of the US and the US government. Um, and it's also like a barrier between Germany, like Nazi Germany and Japan. And the whole thing takes place in 1965. So Hitler's still alive, and his Parkinson's has gotten completely out of control, and he's almost dying.
Yeah.
Or, and like in this whole thing, television's invented. Hypersonic jets have gone that way. You know, Nazi Germany has just pretty much advanced so far technologically that it would have been unthought of back in the 60s. Like they even have a moon base, for fuck's sake. Whereas Japan, it's sort of it's sort of come over to America and it's assimilated, like pretty much as it would be today. It's in an entire assimilation, but everyone not only speaks English, they speak Japanese, and they learn martial arts and everything else like that. And the whole thing goes by what's going to happen once Adolf Hitler dies and somebody else takes reign. You know, that would be a really interesting game to, or interesting concept to make into a game. Like, which would you choose? Would you go and would you choose like an agent in the Greater Nazi Reich, or would you choose someone from the Pacific nations? And
It's kind
yeah,
of like if at the start of the game, you pick which side you want to go,
yeah,
and then it's like create character customization.
yes,
You'd go, all right, I want to be, I want to go on the German side,
yeah,
and I'm going to be this person, or I'm going to go on the Japanese side, and I'm going to be this person.
yes.
That would be quite interesting.
It's not only do you have to root out like if you say for instance you're in the Greater Nazi Reich, not only do you have to root out what remains of the Jewish Jewish population and stuff like that, but you also do the whole thing of what is it like? You know, what's the word I'm fucking thinking of? Um, like spy, like almost like looking for spies or remnants of people who want to cause panic in the government and other things like that.
Kind of like search and destroy.
Yes, very similar to search and destroy. Like remember, it's a police state. So
Yeah.
what you have to do, you have to act like you know, like the Gestapo and stuff like that.
With games like that, I can understand why a lot of these sort of games that you've mentioned and that I've mentioned won't ever get made,
Mm.
or if they do get made, they'll be like indie games.
They would have to be indie games because a major company won't touch it.
I can understand why no one would want to, because they don't want to piss. Because all the major video game companies are in the US. I'll guarantee.
Mm,
Or um, like subcontractors are off in like Montreal and
yes,
other places like that. But big headquarters, 99% of them are in the US.
yes.
That's where their headquarters are. That's where the boss lives. That's where he lays on his bed full of money.
Hmm.
And I can understand why they go, all right, boss, this is our video game idea. We want to do what Jacob just mentioned and make this video game. What do you reckon? You've gone, no, we're going to piss off fucking Japanese people. We're going to piss off Germans. We're going to piss off the United States if we do this. We're going to piss off Jews. We're going to piss off a lot of people by making this game. So we're going to make this game about fluffy horses and fucking feeding unicorns. So we're only pissing off people who like fluffy unicorns and fucking carrots.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's exactly right. Because
And
every
I'm sorry if someone just got offended by me saying Jews, Japanese, Germans, or anything else, but that's just what it is. Game developers won't make risky games.
No, they won't because they're afraid of pissing off the minority. It's the same with all right. Taking into a current situation, which is I know it's sort of like heavily on other people's minds, is the the so-called Muslim like problem and stuff like that.
ISIS.
ISIS. People don't want to piss off a Muslim because they think that they're going to go whole Allah Akbar and shit like. Everybody is so yeah. Everybody is so like I like so.
Butt hurt.
I won't say that. No. They are what is it? Everybody is tiptoeing about
Yeah.
around these fucking things, like tiptoeing like they could go off at any minute. And people have become so fucking sensitive. And I mean so fucking sensitive over the most meager shit. Like,
I can understand why people get sensitive over subjects. Like, I know this happened recently, the
hmm
Turkish bombings. I can understand why people wouldn't want anything made up about that. That was a tragedy of what
yes.
happened. It was a complete fuck up of fucking some terrorist dickhead who decided to do what he done. That's a mistake. No one should ever make a video game about that. That's just stupid.
No, that is, you're absolutely right. It is, it's
Yeah.
stupid, and you're just really asking for trouble.
But the reason, and people are going to say, from my last comment about being offended by me saying Japanese, Jews, Germans, whatever, people are going to say, well, why has Call of Duty made these games? The reason Activision have made these games is that, I don't know a percentage, but most of the people who buy this game are from the United States, Australia, Europe, somewhere that has a majority population that in the game win.
Yes.
If you go have a look and see games um, from, and I know we're completely off subject from bloody going talking about movies to games and stuff, but if you're trying to make a game like Call of Duty and stuff, it's been banned in countries like Korea and stuff like that because it's betraying their country as terrorists or evil and stuff like that. And it's fucking
Call of Duty is evil in Korea, or I thought that was Homefront.
like even fucking I don't know which Call of Duty it was, but I know one of them got banned in fucking some country.
I know that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was banned in Russia because of the airport scene.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject though. That's
Hey, but do not forget that at the very beginning of that game, it states if you do not wish to play these graphic scenes, then you can
you can
skip
skip
them.
it. Yeah.
So
It's
people that
it's just the fact that it's in the game and people from Russia can go, all right, I'm going to go shoot up our airport. I know this airport. It's just like fucking Grand Theft Auto 5 was going to get banned in Australia.
it was
A
it was
lot, a
going to
lot.
be it was going to be banned in Australia. You know why? Because of its heavy content, like heavy like R-rated content. That's the whole reason why they were going to do it. And you know how hard, and I mean how hard, the gaming community of Australia pushed and pushed and pushed the government to finally realize, hey, you know what? There is actually something called a R rating, an R18 rating that you can put on a game which will stop that shit.
Even though parents will go out and buy a
Yes.
fucking R-rated game, hell, I will admit this. I have Grand Theft Auto on Xbox 360, Xbox One, and on the PC. That's how I make the machines. My daughter, who is 8 years old, plays it on Xbox 360. She doesn't go online. She drives around in a car because this is all she wants to do. She drives around in a car, crashes the car, does jumps, stuff like that, and all she does is throw grenades out the window.
Take that, asshole.
And she loves it. She doesn't go off and fucking get prostitutes in the car or anything like that. It's
Does she know how to?
no, and I'm not going to show her. I've
There you go.
I've shown her, and she enjoys this. She hops in the car, drives around. She likes crashing into other cars. She likes jumping them off cliffs. She likes um, bloody jumping a car off a cliff into a river. She enjoys doing that stuff. It's yeah. I know we've gone completely off subject from videos, from movies to games and games to movies, but as I said, this is what the show's about. It's fucking getting shit off your chest, and if
Hmm.
yeah, if fucking, I'm gonna go kind of back on subject. If you have a game that you want to be turned into a movie or a movie turned into a game, write them down below because hell, I want to know. We've probably fucking forgotten something.
We probably have. We've probably forgotten a great movie that could have been made into a game.
Speaking of getting games turned into movies, I would like to go and see when it gets released. I'm not going to go watch it at the movies. I'll probably watch it at home. I want to see Warcraft.
You know, Warcraft's out, right?
Well, I usually download it on Foxtel. It's not. It's not on
It's
Foxtel.
out at the movies, man, or it
Yeah,
was out at the movies.
but I want to go and see it because, as people know, it's a movie of World of Warcraft. I'm not a World of Warcraft fan. Never played it, but it looks interesting, and I wouldn't mind actually watching it.
You know what would be an interesting game to play?
What?
An Independence Day game.
Oh yeah,
But
that's an old movie, but it's a good movie. If people haven't
well,
seen it.
use the new movie in contrast if you really want to. But like, I reckon it'd be an interesting game to play. That's if they don't fuck it up like they did the first one.
Yeah.
Because anyone that's ever played Independence Day the game on PlayStation, not
Oh,
no one or two or three or whatever, PlayStation,
the first one.
very first gen, will know that that game was shit,
It was.
terrible,
It was. Oh, I could.
terrible.
Oh, it's
Say it,
fucking
terrible.
horrible. It's just one of those things you play, you look at your TV, and you just drop the controller, walk outside, and go fucking play with bugs.
You burn bugs with a microphone glass.
It, I played it once for
hmm
about 20 minutes. That was
God,
it.
I was generous. I played it for like an hour before I just dropped it and said no, no, no,
So here
no.
is here is my guide to this to getting close to end this episode. Keep movies as movies.
hmm
Keep games as games.
hmm
If you
Yes.
have an idea of making a game
I
into a
can, can I
movie,
can I take this? If you have the audacity to even try and make a game into a movie,
thank you for that.
like, and I mean audacity to even think, hey, wouldn't it be a great idea? I want you to walk straight over to the nearest person and have them gouge your eyes out and hand them back to you.
Here's an idea. Don't fucking do it.
Yes. Yeah, don't do it. Please God. If you want to have people gunning for you, don't do it.
Leave movies as movies, leave games as games. If you want to make a movie to a game, don't do it. If you want to make a game to a movie, don't do it. You're going to fucking butcher it. You're going to waste your money. No cunt's going to see it. You're going to make a shit name for yourself as either a game developer or a fucking movie producer. You're going to go work at Macca's flipping fries and coming up to the counter and saying, would you like an upsize with that? Don't do it.
Yeah. The
Simple.
only way that that you would actually be able to properly do it, I have to say this, and it's only properly do it, is if the whole thing is a franchise and you have enough material and you've played said game to actually make it decent.
Mm.
This is a game to a movie, and I mean make it decent. I'm being generous with that. But if you have the fucking nerve to think this movie will make a absolutely fantastic game, and you think to yourself, we'll make it this or this, and then think to yourself, it's a great idea. Guess what? It's not.
Or one last tip. If you're even ignoring what we're saying now, if you've come fucking an hour and a half into this episode and you've still chosen to ignore us, here's at least one tip. If you're going to go, and I only just thought of it, if you're going to go from game to movie, do this. Consider this. Be smart and consider this one thing. Get the game developer with you 24/7 during the whole fucking filming, editing, casting, whatever.
Screenplay. Don't forget screenplay and
Yes,
script.
everything.
Right. Make
From
sure they're there with you from day fucking dot.
from the first day to the last day. Have the game developer slash creator with you.
hmm
That is the only way to do it. Because
It's like
if they are not happy with it, the audience will not be happy with it. If the creator is happy with it,
the audience
the audience will
may
most likely be happy with it.
may be happy with it. You'll get judged very critically by May.
But you got to emphasize you've had the developer with you.
Yes.
It's just a given.
It's like if they were to make a Metal Gear Solid movie or TV series.
Fucking Hideo Kojima will be with me fucking 24/7.
Oh shit, yeah. You'll have that motherfucker handcuffed to your wrist.
I'll have him taped to my waist. But anyway, guys, write everything. The three top. I'm going to get fucking tongue tied. My coffee's run out. I've got an empty cup. I've drunk it all. My marshmallows are gone. I've been drinking water. If people haven't noticed, the three top. I'm going to round it off now.
Are you gonna get tongue tied like saying Sith sorcerer?
Oh, I will soon. So, guys, the three topics. If you want to leave comments down below. The first one we're talking about is the mods in video games. Leave fucking whatever down below. Ones you hate, ones you don't like, ones you love, whatever. Other things that just piss you off chronically in games. either playing it, the game itself, the internet if you're an Aussie, and then games to movies, movies to games. If you have an opinion on any of it, or if you've got an opinion on anything, I don't care what it is, write it down below.
Yeah.
Simple.
Write it down. We'll read it. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
We may even make an episode out of it.
That's right. Oh, fuck, I even may get you on Skype. Might be a good idea. We could have about 4 of it. Instead of just me and Jacob, it could be me, Jacob, and you.
Yes.
It's you. Could be 4 of us. That's actually not a bad idea, actually.
The wheels are turning in that house-ridden mind of his.
They are turning. In fact, we might end up organising other people to join us. Have 4 of us all up. It'd be pretty cool. So, to end this video, is there anything you would like to say, Jacob, before we choose to end it?
What do I have to say? Play games. Have fun. Don't be a fucking troll.
Don't be a developer.
Yeah, go be a developer and make a game that's really worth the cobbles of history.
Nicely said. So, as always, guys, make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. The links to everything are in the description down below, along with our Patreon page. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will catch you in the next one.